Look at that. Some wonderful RVer just camping right there in their pop-up. How industrious was that? A lot of people might want to park it in the backyard or something. That'd be all kind of janked up. That's just my opinion. I would rather have one set up like that on a neutral property. But, like I said, to each his own. It's been a real hot day, but it's a nice evening. And something we felt like doing this evening. So, and for anybody that thinks the 107 Street Bob engine may not be enough, well, it is, I promise you. Get the 114 if you need it, but the 107 is plenty enough engine. It's got a lot of torque. Hence the reason I used some of my good money to buy this Predator 3 seat by Drag Specialties, so my ass wouldn't get thrown off the back of this bike. Because it's got enough torque to where it wanted to fling you right off. What a pretty farm. So anyway, we're going to drop down a little bit. And here we go. Now if that's not enough for you, I don't know what is. Right there's some fun shit. And I love this bike. If you're having a bad day, you just get on this bike and instantly you feel better. Before you even start it, you feel better. I have to say that the fit and the finish of this bike is just superb. It just kicks the teeth out of everything else I've ever owned, including the big named larger bikes that I've owned. The V-Star 1100, V-Star 950. Well, yeah, they are very nice bikes. And similar weight to this one. This one weighs 655 pounds wet. That means with all the fluids, including gas. This bike just feels more quality, we'll say. And not only more quality, it's like, oh my God, did those two even have an engine? Because this engine totally smokes them. It just kicks their ass. Of course, we're looking at a V-Star 1100, which is what, 1063 or something like that cc, and a V-Star 950, which is I don't know, 940 something probably. Anyway, we're looking at this one, which is a 107 Milwaukee 8 engine, and it's gonna. Woo! That bug was serious. He hit me right in the shoulder. Anyway, this Milwaukee 107 cubic inch engine in this Harley Street Bob. If you don't already know, this is a 2020 model with the cool badging. Anyway, it's we're looking at around 1750-ish cc, so it doesn't leave a lot to be desired, put it that way. Oh, little baby calf. All calves are babies, but it just... And that's for you, motherfucker. I may have to bleep that out. There's no excuse for that. Dipshit. Anyway, yeah. All calves are babies, right? Don't mean I can't call them baby calves. God, that guy passed me. He needs his exhaust checked. He's throwing out some trash out of that engine. And I hope he gets a big fat ticket. Just because he's begging for one. His dumb ass is gonna cause somebody to have a wreck one day. It'll be all his fault. But anyway, back to this awesome bike that I love. I'm just so happy I picked this over the Rebel 1100. I mean, the one I saw, the instrument cluster, the wires coming out of it, like right in plain view of you when you walk up on the bike, was all, looked like they'd been wrapped with a cloth adhesive gauze type tape that some drunken person was put on there. I know they're trying to stay within budget, keep that bike around 10 grand, which is a great goal, and they have done that. With a manual transmission of the Rebel 1100 ending up at $92.99. But you know, I mean, if you're going to cut corners, then spend a little extra on what is right in front of everybody's face. Like those wires coming out of that instrument cluster just look like crap. I'd be embarrassed to be seen on that thing. Need to put a windshield on it for sure just to cover up that. And I'm probably going to make some Rebel 1100 my enemy, but you know, life is life and we'll all live through it. Just buy whatever bike you want and ride whatever bike you want. Be real careful, because I ain't been through here in, I couldn't even tell you how many years. I don't even know what's waiting around this corner. Could be a truckload of gravel laid in the middle of the street. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just super happy that I picked this bike over the Rebel 1100. And quite frankly, I don't need a bike that has 2 different modes or 3 modes, whatever, and a bunch of stuff for turn the traction control on or adjust it to your personal setting or whatever. I don't need any of that junk. Just turn the bike on and start it and let it do its thing. And here's a shit ton of gravel, so let me warn Tiny about that. Alright. Just turn the bike on and ride it. Now this one did come from the factory with ABS, which is a very good thing to have. But I think that's all that I really wanted extra on a bike that I had never had before. I do like the LED headlight on this one a lot. It is super duper duper bright. We're going to turn it on a little bright and let somebody have a little bit of that tonight. And watching out for more gravels, because there's a bunch right there. These people come in here, instead of getting a paved driveway, they just have somebody dump shit tons of gravel everywhere and let it seep out into the road slowly. Let's swing it wide here so we can see what's coming. Nothing. Good. Yeah. Even better. Even better. I knew he was going to turn. I just had that feeling. So everybody keeps wanting to know when I'm going to put a windshield on this. That answer is never. In the year 2000, never is when a windshield will be put on this bike. This bike does not need a windshield. It does not want a windshield. I don't want a windshield on it. So me and this bike are on the same page as far as that goes. Oh, the wind's going to beat you to death. No, it's not. I don't mind the wind. Even clipping it on up there at highway speeds. It's fine. If you're wind sensitive, it may bother you. But I'm not wind sensitive. I'm okay with wind. What I'm not okay with is having my helmet's lower vent open and riding at night and having 100 bugs go in the vent, because that means they went right in my mouth. That was not fun. Not fun at all. So won't be doing a repeat of that adventure.